Hey, welcome back to NewZeroland. This is kind of a weird video for me because I'm an electric motorcycle guy, right? What am I doing shooting a video about a scooter? But I have this weird problem where I just live way too close to work. Google Maps says it only takes 4 minutes to get there, which means it takes longer for me to put on my gear and roll the bike out of the garage than it does to actually ride the bike to the office. So I feel kind of bad, like I'm wasting such a special bike commuting that short of a distance. So I started thinking about other options. First I tried walking. This takes way too long and it's too healthy. Then there was unicycling, a more unique form of transportation. Whoa. Okay, that's way too hard. Sometimes I use a normal kick scooter, which I may or may not have stolen from a small child. It's a lot of fun, but there's one problem. Not enough power. So I think this is the answer. An electric scooter. Not just electric, but two-wheel drive. This is the Apollo City Pro. A company up in Auckland called JC Matthew that imports a whole bunch of fun techie stuff reached out to see if I wanted to review one, and they offered to ship it down to me to ride for a few weeks. I'm just gonna put this out there. If you send me something, I will totally make a video about it. It doesn't have to be an electric motorcycle. I'm excited about anything electric. So anyway, a few days later, a big box arrived. I would say cat for scale, but our cat is huge. Alright, let's unbox this thing. Sorry, I always wanted to do that. I was surprised how simple it was. It's just a scooter in a box. There's not much more to it. The assembly was pretty easy too. You put the handlebar into the steering stem thing and then lift it up into place. There's some other parts you need and a user manual that tells you how to unbox it. But you have to unbox it to get to the manual. Anyway, it comes with an Allen key to put these two bolts in, and that's kind of it. Scooter's ready to go. There's also a charger in the box, but the scooter came partially charged, so I'll play with this later. After I clean up this mess. First thing I noticed was build quality. This thing is heavy duty. The suspension is serious business, and it's really tall. Quite a bit taller than those rental scooters you find scattered around. Under this sticker is the dash. Ah, satisfying. The display is pretty cool. It shows you your speed, your trip, how much battery you have left. Some other scooters have gauges that are mounted to the top of the bars, but I like that this one's built in. It makes it look really sleek. There are 3 riding modes: Comfort, Eco, and Sport. I think we all know what mode I left it in. And it has lights, a headlight you can turn on and off, a flashing brake light, and turn signals. A scooter with turn signals. It has the traditional front and rear drum brakes, but even cooler is a Regen lever on the left side. This scooter has Regen. Okay, it's unboxed. I'm excited. Let's go for a ride. First impression, a lot of fun, but I was missing that mighty 1 kilowatt of power. So I came back and downloaded the Apollo app. Yeah, this scooter has an app. It goes through this really fun connection sequence. This is funny, while it's connecting, it's showing this little screens like checking the motor, checking the brakes, checking turbo pressure, checking earth gravity pull. It's a nice touch, I like it. And you can even give your scooter a name. I named this one Boots. Then you can go into the settings and change all kinds of stuff. From the factory, it's limited to a top speed of 20 km an hour, and there's a reason for that. I found out 20 kilometers per hour is the legal limit for e-scooters in New Zealand, but at this point in the video, I still didn't know what the laws were, so I cranked the speed all the way up. All the way up. Yep, 60 km an hour on a scooter. Let's see what that's like. Yeah, that was terrifying. I rode around for a few days to get the hang of it, mostly goofing off, getting rid of the chicken strips, and not really shooting any useful content for the review. But I wanted to get a feel of how it handles hills and what kind of top speed it could do. Riding uphill, it struggled to do more than 30 km an hour, but that seemed dangerous enough. And going downhill, let's just say it will break the speed limit. Hey, it's me again, interrupting the video to say that, again, this is all illegal. Even riding on sidewalks, NZTA says you can't go over 15 km an hour because that's considered running pace. So this was super illegal. And that makes me question where this scooter is meant to be ridden. Apollo's official stance is that you can only use it at full power and full speed on private property, like a racetrack, I guess? But since I didn't know that yet, I planned an epic ride on public roads to see how far it would go. A range test. Obviously in full gear, because I wouldn't suggest riding this thing without at least a helmet. So if I keep it in sport mode, it says I only have 36 kilometers of range, but if I put it into the green mode, eco mode, it says I have 48 kilometers of range. If I go out of both, it says I have 62 kilometers of range. So I'm gonna go with this one. I don't really know what the top speed or like characteristics are of this. I haven't read the manual. But yeah, I'm gonna try it. So I'm gonna map my ride. So if I just press this, it's mapping it. And yeah, let's see what kind of performance we get in this mode. I haven't used this mode yet. Oh, okay. It's really easy. Not sport mode at all. And I'm going 23. So, right. Yeah, going uphill in this mode is a struggle. Okay, I'm putting it back into sport mode. This is crazy. I really like that it has different modes because, yeah, the eco mode would not make it up here. This is a bit too steep, and where we're going is way too steep. Oh my god. So yeah, I guess this isn't going to be really the maximum range. This is going to be like a normal commute in Wellington, I guess, if you're going up and down hills, or if you just want to explore like me. Okay, I'm going to put it back into normal mode. I kind of wish there was a normal throttle, like a motorcycle throttle, but I know this is just how scooters work. Oh, see, in normal eco mode or whatever, I'm going 47 downhill. Oh my god, this is way too fast. Ooh, you get the speed wobbles a bit because of the tiny tires. Okay, I'm gonna slow down a bit. Yeah, the only awkward thing about the thumb throttle is that if you want to use the turn signal on the right, you have to totally take your thumb off the throttle, so you're slowing down while you're turning the turn signal on. It would just be way better if they had the normal like motorcycle turn signal indicator switch thing on the left, where you just go right and left, you know? I don't know. Yeah, there's just some things I would change about this thing. But in general, it's a lot of fun. Is there anybody behind me? See, it'd be nice to have mirrors too. I know some people have those mirrors on their gloves. But yeah, that would be nice. Okay, downhill. Whoa, 50. 51. Oh man. Okay, that's fast. That is too fast. Oh yeah, cruise on by the Weta Cave. Sweet. Bet you didn't think we'd see trolls on this trip. Let's go back on the sidewalk because I'm going in the slow mode now. Yeah, see right now I don't know what the rules are here. Like, should I be in the street? Should I be... I'm just gonna go in the street because I don't want to make things weird for people. I guess it's nice that I have the power and stuff to go in the street, but yeah, weird. Not really sure how this works. I'll go back, hop it. Whoa, yeah, that was cool. Awesome. Maybe it's just like a hybrid mix between sidewalk and street. Like when there's people, you can go in the street because you have the power and stuff and you have indicators. But most of the time, I'm guessing that you would just use this on the sidewalk, like other Lime scooters or whatever they are. Uber. Ooh, jump. Oh my god, that was crazy. Yeah, I gotta do that again. Okay, that was fun. So, most of the time I just use the Regen because this Regen lever is amazing and I wish every vehicle had this. I wish my electric motorcycle had this. But the brakes are super strong, right? So, if I want to use the front brake just by itself, yeah, stops really quick. And if I want to use the rear brake, you can actually lock it up. It slides a bit. Oh, and the little dash displays that you're braking too. That's cool. So yeah, most people would probably put their phone mounted to the bars, kind of like where I have my camera mounted, so then you can see your range. It'd be nice to see an estimated range on the dash and not just your trip. Because yeah, I'm just kind of looking at the battery bars and just kind of guessing. I guess another weird thing is that I would absolutely recommend wearing a helmet and full gear and stuff while riding this thing because it's so powerful and dangerous. And even in the manual it says, yeah, you should wear a helmet and gear and stuff, but maybe not a full face helmet, because now I feel kind of ridiculous. I feel like I shouldn't be on the sidewalk. At the same time, this is technically a bike lane, I guess, coming up, so it's fine. It's the Wellington sign. How cool is that? We're going pretty far today. It's gonna be an adventure. I love that there's this bike lane over here now, over by the airport. So it feels like I have a lane to myself. This is like the electric scooter lane. I don't have to feel all awkward doing 30 k's an hour in a 60 zone over here. I can just be in my own little lane. It's nice. Hey, it's me again. Yeah, riding scooters in the bike lane isn't allowed because they aren't bikes. I found this out later. Okay, back to being a criminal. This is probably another gray zone where, like, what is the speed limit on this bike trail thing that I'm on? Oh, it's windy. But yeah, what is the speed over here? Like, could a cyclist be doing 50 k's an hour? A lot of people have e-bikes now, so maybe you can. I don't know. Sidewalks work the same as roads over here, so you walk on the left or ride your scooter on the left. Oh, and I have a bell. A little bicycle bell. I love it. Hey, cat. Ding ding. I love how quiet it is. You hear this like little whirring, like whoop, 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 whoop. But other than that, it's so nice. Into the tunnel. Oh, this is the way to go. Yeah, this is nice. Once again, I feel like I have my own lane. This is amazing. A little ding ding for the ghosts. Toot toot! Oh yeah. On the other side. Into Wellington City. Okay, yeah. Front brake and Regen works pretty well. But is it Regen on both motors? That's what I wonder. I don't know. Hey, I'm a cyclist. Now I'm a pedestrian. I like this back and forth. I can be whoever I want to be. You know, maybe I've been trying to put this into a category, like, you know, is it a car? Is it a motorcycle? Is it something for the sidewalk? But maybe it's just something that goes everywhere, you know? Like, maybe this is the ultimate freedom machine. Ah, check it out. It's some kind of bird, not a kiwi. I don't know what that is, but it's on a scooter, just like me. Okay, let's go. Continue our trip. We're going up. A shortcut here. Oh, it's getting steeper. Limited to 30. Oh, I'm out in the forest. This is Central Park, I think. Okay, 34 uphill. It's getting there. And this guy pushing his bicycle. Dude needs power. So this is why I love stuff with motors. It's like, why do you want to be tired? Okay, I'm seriously impressed right now. This is one of the steepest hills, and it's blasting up here. Man, I'm so impressed with this thing. We've gone 20 kilometers so far, which is further than I've ever gone on a scooter before. However, I've used more than half the battery, which is never a good sign when you're not even halfway there. Recommended pedestrian route. Am I pedestrian? No. I'm not a pedestrian. I'm something else. I'm catching up with a cyclist. And I'm gonna pass the cyclist. It was at this moment that I ran out of space on my SD card, but look how easy I destroyed that cyclist. Another win for battery power. So I made it. Me and Boots made it to the Brooklyn wind turbine, way up here above Wellington, and I have 27% battery left, and it says I only have 10 k's of range, but it's downhill, right? So probably half of that should be easy. I won't use any energy. I'm hoping to make it home. We'll see. I stopped the recording just because, I don't know, it was cool. It gave you a little map and it tells you all your stats, like top speed and temperature, all that cool stuff. The app is pretty impressive. Okay, return trip. See how it goes. I'm gonna put it back into the whatever mode. Normal. Let's out. Regen the whole way. Whoa. I got up to uncomfortably fast speeds going downhill, but all that regen helped so much that I decided to take the long way home. The battery started flashing red at 37 kilometers, and I could definitely tell that I had less power. But I was able to keep riding it, and my final range was 39 kilometers. And that was a mixture of all kinds of speeds with really steep hills. I think if you kept it at the legal 20 k's an hour limit and only rode on the flat, 60 kilometers would be easy, maybe even more. But that would be like 3 hours of non-stop riding. When I got back home, I plugged it in, and just like the manual says, it takes about 4.5 hours to fully charge. The charger got really hot, to the point where I didn't feel comfortable having it on the carpet, and I moved it into the garage. And all you get is a red light on the charging brick that says it's charging, or a green light that says it's charged. It would be cool if the dash showed something like what percentage you're at, but red or green light, I guess that works. Just like most EVs, you just plug it in and you forget about it for a few hours. So I've been riding the scooter for the past 3 weeks, and I rode it all over the place. I rode it in the dark, off-road, I ran out of battery, totally not on purpose. Just commuting every day, exactly how I wanted to use it. And it was awesome, I had so much fun with it. So here are a few things that stood out to me, positive and negative. The full suspension makes hopping up curbs really fun, to the point where I'd purposely leave the sidewalk just so I could jump back on it. The acceleration, just like most electric vehicles, is insane, and it caught me off guard a lot. Since it's two-wheel drive, you can do wheelies, but also front-wheel burnouts. And going downhill, I had no problem keeping up with cars and motorcycles. But this brings me back to what is legally allowed in New Zealand. There's the philosophical question of what is this form of transportation? And then there's the not so fun, where can I actually use this without getting a ticket side of it. In New Zealand, electric scooters are classified as low power vehicles, like mopeds that you don't have to register or need a license to ride. But technically you're limited to 300 watts of power, and this thing has 1,000. In the end, I've decided you just have to embrace the outlaw lifestyle. There are no scooter lanes, so that tells me you can make your own wherever you want. I think what surprised me the most was that I chose the scooter over my motorcycle every day. It was just more convenient, and it is faster to get to work on the scooter. Yep, I made a video about an electric scooter, and I'm not even sorry. I had such a blast riding this thing. I really don't want to send it back. It's even harder when the app lets you name it. I'm gonna miss boots. So I want to say a huge thank you to JC Matthew for sending the scooter down to me for a few weeks. It's been awesome. And if you're in New Zealand and you want to buy one, you can get one here. Apollo makes a few other scooters too. There's one that's half the weight, half the price, but a fraction of the power because it's only rear-wheel drive. And then the ultimate with 2.4 kilowatts of power that you would just destroy everybody on the road. I really had no idea electric scooters had gotten to this level. And it was just fun to shoot kind of a different video and just be creative and have a new experience, I guess. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.